Hey guys, Harry here, and since the end of the year is upon us, I thought I'd go back a little and look at the shows that I've watched this year and tell you guys which shows I enjoyed the most from each season. So I'm basically just going to go through winter, spring, summer and fall currently, and just tell you about the shows that I enjoyed the most, just to get an idea of what you guys enjoyed, what you guys watched this year, and let's have a discussion about some of the best shows that have been shown this year. Obviously, we might disagree because my tastes are a little niche, I'd say. But let's jump all the way back to winter of last year, where we had the likes of, I want to say Sakura Trick, but we're not going to. Probably my favourite show from the likes of winter would be Nisekoi, Silver Spoon, second season. What else come out? Fucking Wug. Right, Wug. My god. Wug. Yes, imported that shit because that's how much I enjoyed it. Pretty decent idol show if you're looking to get into the whole idol things. Obviously, everyone's going to say Idol Master is the greatest thing ever. Personally, I really enjoyed the characters of Wug, of Wake Up Girls, just because they were so refreshing from like my point of view. And Wug was my entry into the whole idol sort of thing. So I seen Wug before Idol Masters and Love Live and all that lot. And having watched those shows, I'd probably say Love Live is my favourite, but Wug will always hold a place in my heart just because it was that good. But out of this like segment in winter, I'd probably say Nisekoi was my favourite show, just because Shaft, man, what they did with like the art and the animation and the music of that show, it just pulled me in. It basically got me onto Nisekoi, and since then I've been reading the manga weekly, so it was definitely something that I really enjoyed. I think that's all I really want to talk about. Pupa was fucking shit. Like, I watched it just because it was funny. It was that bad. But special mention to Chunibyo, season 2 I think it was. Couldn't really not watch it. It was very interesting, but it was very much just more of the same. So overall, decent. But my number one from winter would be Nisekoi. So now jumping onto spring. God, spring had some weird ass shows. If I remember correctly, they had the likes of let's have a look. Blade and Soul. No, drop that shit. Drop that shit. Now I've never gotten to JoJo, so I never watched that, but my number one probably from this season was Irregular Magic High. Fucking hell, that show blew me away. I did not expect it. Like, just the world building in it was utterly amazing. For a show that just literally come out of nowhere, I really liked the concept to it because it actually had like a lot of political elements to it, and you've thrown at a bunch of characters. And the main character is basically God. He's just overpowered as fuck. So if you're looking for an action show where the main character can literally destroy everything, Irregular Magic High is the one. As well as that, what else come out? I'm sure there was... Haikyuu was decent. Love Live Season 2 was pretty decent. No Game, No Life. Spring was pretty damn good, like, looking back on it now. What else was Brunhilde in the Darkness? So. Still reading that manga now, and it's very hit and miss. I didn't like what they did with the ending of Brunhilde in the Darkness because they skipped out like a lot of character development from the manga, so it felt very loose with the way it ended, but at least they got the major points in there. And finally, a show that took me by surprise and I surprisingly really enjoyed was Kwaiso, or Kawaii Complex, I believe is the English translation. Well, I think it's Kawaii Complex and there's something else on the end of that, but I can't quite remember. It's gonna kill me. The manga's coming out really slowly, and that's also killing me because the characters were really cool and interesting, and it's just a very somber, very nice, slow slice of life with a little bit of romance in there. Through and through, it's very much just a slice of life comedy, and I just really enjoyed the story which was going on because it was very nice. The characters each had their own like archetype, if you want to say so, and it was just very fun. Now, so I'd say my number one from spring would probably be Irregular Magic High, or oh shit, 1 Week Friends. I Second Friends. That was fucking baller. That was such a good show. Those feels like out of nowhere. So it's definitely a toss up between those two. Like, No Game No Life was good, but I still felt like Irregular Magic High was better because I'm a bit weird like that. But jumping over to summer, which had the likes of fucking Glasslip, which was a major letdown. We had the likes of Free, Tokyo Ghoul, Aldnoah Zero, Akame Kill. A little bit annoyed about how they changed the manga, but so-so. Haru Ride was goddamn amazing. Yamano Sume, second season, basically the climbing show, which is the short show. What else come out? Which I watched. Zanki no Terror, pretty good. Hanayamata, which was the little like dancing show. But I'd probably say my number one from summer, which, depending if you've seen it, you'll probably agree with me. If you haven't seen it, you'll probably disagree. Was Barakamon. Like, that show, like, it's a slice of life comedy, just as simple as that. Wow, seems like a theme coming on. Like, I like my action, I like my idols, and I like my slice of life and my comedy. So yeah, Barakamon just absolutely blew me away. It's basically about a calligrapher who gets into a bit of trouble in one of his I don't think it was an exhibition, I think it was a competition, and because of that his father decides to send him out to the country to like get a different outlook on life, to try and like basically soul search and find himself. And it's basically just his interaction with the villagers and basically just his life in the country, and just in general the interactions and the things he gets up to with the people in this village are just so goddamn funny. And just, it's got an art aspect to it. So obviously I'm a big like art fan. I create like crappy little art and shit. I was going to show you some of them, but I'm working on it, so I don't really want to yet because it's not finished. But just the fact of the art element and the comedy side of it, it was just goddamn golden, and I really loved it. Big shout out though to Tokyo Ghoul, because that came in a close second. That show, just waiting for that every single week was awesome. Like, just reading the manga when it finished, because I was that hype on that show, was unreal. As you've seen, I now review the Tokyo Re manga, which is the sequel series. Haven't reviewed the last 2 chapters because, you know, Christmas and stuff, but enough of that. So overall, I'd say my number one was Barakamon. Coming in close second was Tokyo Ghoul. But some really good shows in summer. Now jumping over to autumn, as you may have seen, like, the only series that I've reviewed start to finish, like intuition, like the whole episode by episode, Fate Stay Night. Just, I finished watching that, the last episode, today, so you'll probably know when this is recorded, back on like the 28th. I don't know when it's gonna go up, probably soon. But Fate Stay Night, man, if like I'd go as far as to say it's like best show of the year, just because it's so damn hype. Like, it's so damn good. As well as that, this season, Amagi Brilliant Park was baller. Like, absolutely loved that. Trinity 7 was so-so. If you wanted some like light-hearted comedy, Denki Guy was pretty funny. It got a bit stale at the end because they kept reusing some of the gags, but it was so-so. Yamushi Paddle is back, but what coming close second, or I'd say is even number one, for the fact that Fate Stay Night hasn't finished yet, is Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso, which is godly. Like, A1 Pictures just doing this slice of life romance, just, that show is just too perfect. Like, the symbolism, the colour, the music, it's just goddamn godly. If you haven't seen Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso, or Young Lion April, I believe the translation is, go and check it out right now. I think we're 12 episodes in and it's slated for 24 episodes. The manga is also ending in February, so the anime and manga are basically going to end at the same time, so I think the story is going to be very climactic. And it's going to bring the feels. I'm going to be in full-on tear mode when the show ends, just because the characters, I'm already in love with them. And it's going to be scary to see that show end, because it just holds so much emotion in it. So overall, that is basically my year looking back on anime. Look down in the description below, you'll find my anime list. Feel free to add me, I accept everyone. Let me know in the comments below on what your favourite shows were from each season. in this past year. So for my number ones would probably be winter is Nisekoi, spring would be Irregular at Magic High, summer would be a toss-up between Barakamon and Tokyo Ghoul, and autumn would be a clash-up between Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso and Fate Stay Night. So overall, awesome year. Cannot wait to keep reviewing more stuff and random things in the near future. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to see more videos from me. I've been Harry. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that great stuff. And I shall see you soon. Goodbye.